My name is Chinedu Abuim, and I super excitedly welcome you to this particular video where I'm going to be talking about goal setting for couples. Let's jump right in. Why do we need to set goals? Very simple. When you set goals, you give yourself a target and you give yourself like a direction where everything about your life is going to be leading towards. So it is said that when you don't have a vision, or when the people don't have a vision, they perish. When you don't have where you're going to or where you have a plan to go to, you're drifting. You can't be able to say, especially as regards your life, whether you are achieving things, whether you're making progress or not, because you don't have a yardstick to measure. So goal setting is extremely important, and this is more important with couples. It's very important with singles and everybody in general, but when couples come together, it's very important that the matter of goal setting is discussed before time, at the very beginning. And I say it for this reason. When we were single, each person had their mindsets, their worldviews, and the plans and dreams and the direction they felt their lives will go in. But the moment you marry, you're not just marrying as two people who love each other. You're bringing your dreams, your goals, your ideas into the marriage. So if there's no harmony, you will get to a place where it's either somebody subjugated his or her own dreams in order for another person's dream to take prominent stage, and then that person starts feeling resentment and feeling unfulfilled, and they tell themselves, I came into this marriage, before the marriage my life was moving well, but the moment I came into this marriage it seems like things shut down. I've seen scenarios like that, and really it's because there was no planning together regarding where they were going as a couple, where the marriage was going, where the family unit was going as per their goals for their life and for the union and for the marriage and for their children. It wasn't done. And when it's not done, you have a lot of things that precipitate out of it that may not be good. So I'm going to be talking about goal setting for couples in this particular video. And I'll start by saying this. Before you get married, and even as I say before you get married, I already know that there are some people who got married on the lovey-dovey romance, I'm high on you, I love you, and they didn't quite, talk about the goals thing. They just felt things will work out. So if you're there, no problem, I've got you covered in this video. If you're about getting married, you're at the perfect place to discuss with your partner about the goals you guys have for your life. So the first thing to do is communicate your individual dreams and goals first to each other. So let me know where he's going to, what he believes in. Let me know where she's going to, what she believes in. Let us know what are the two most important, or what are the key most important things in your lives. Let's know why you want to go where you want to go to. These things need to be discussed. When they are now discussed, we'll now start going to the second stage where we try to harmonize the two dreams and the two visions. Now, the part of harmony is an elaborate discussion in itself. Reason being that there are times you may want to go in one direction, but the other person is trying to go in another direction. The man wants to be an aeronautic engineer and the wife wants to be a Hollywood star. Two completely divergent directions. But you're going to have to now settle down and begin to tell yourselves, why do I want to go here? Why do I want to do this? What is my overriding why? What's my overriding reason? How can we harmonize? There are situations where you can't even get a harmony. So when you can't get a harmony, for instance, something you can do, which is another tip I'm giving right now, something you can do is to decide, okay, can we now harmonize in terms of timing or stages of life rather than in terms of goals? What do I mean? If somebody is saying he or she wants to be a movie star, for instance, this is just an example, and the other person wants to be an aeronautic engineer, we're going to say, okay, at this particular age, it will be best for me to pursue this particular dream. Why don't you slow down on your own dream and just give me support for 2 or 3 years to achieve mine? Once I achieve mine, I will now be able to find some level of harmony and consistency and stability in my dream, such that I can now bring out time to support you fully in your own, so that you can also stand in yours. Scenarios like that do occur. There are some people who shut down their own dreams in order to take care of the kids, and then when the kids now grow up, they pick up their dreams as well and take off from there. So that's another way, a harmony in timing, an agreement in timing. Do this for this time, support me at this time, I will support you at this other time. So that is also a tip on how you can do your goal setting. But before we get there, we are starting from the beginning part where you talk about your goals, she or he talks about his or her goals, then you guys are trying to harmonize. The next thing you should do is, when you now harmonize your goals, start with long term, 10 years. So if you're talking about a 10-year goal, it may not be too specific because 10 years is a long time. What I'm going to be talking about is the direction I want us to be going to. For instance, you can say, in 10 years time, I want our income to be $1 million every month. Or in 10 years time, I want it to be that we have our own big estate with a lot of houses, or we have our plantation or our ranch, and we have a distillery, or we have factories that are producing things. Or in the next 10 years, I want to be the governor of this particular state. Whatever it is, that's the direction. That 10-year goal is broken down into a 5-year, a 3-year, a 1-year, then month upon month goals. Like you can have a quarter goal or a half-year goal and stuff like that. So you see, as you begin to come closer in time, as you begin to move from 10 years to 5 years to 3 years to 2 years to 1 year to months, you start being more specific. But it's important that both of you know where you're going to. That 10-year goal is important. It's the dream, it's the vision. Where are we going to as a couple? Where are we going to in this marriage? Please, if you're dating someone and the person doesn't have a direction, you better get that person to have a direction by force. Otherwise, you're just going to go nowhere. That's the truth. You don't have a plan for your life, that's bad. Of course, along the line, plans can change. Along the line, dreams can change as people mature and as scenarios change. That's perfectly valid. When the dreams change, or when the circumstances change, because all the time, circumstances do change. You can't guarantee me that the same way things are right now will be the same way they will be in the next 5 years. That's not true. Nobody can guarantee that except God. So what do you do? Because like now, there are crises in different parts of the world. You have wars here and there and stuff like that. And it wasn't that way before. So if there's now a war in a country, what happens to your dream? The dream does not necessarily, especially the 10-year dream, the long-term dream, it doesn't necessarily change. It's who you are, is the core of what you want to be. That 10-year dream is like the vision. That's my why. That's really what I would desire. It doesn't change. What normally changes are the closer dreams, the more immediate ones, the 3-year, the 2-year, the 1 year, and the month-on-month dreams. But at the end of the day, that breakdown still points towards your ultimate dream and your ultimate desire. That being said, when situation changes, both of you sit down together and recalibrate. You can even get a new 10-year dream, completely a new vision, based on the changing dynamics of your lives or of the environment you find yourself. So the important thing is that couples need to come together and have couple goals. Don't run your individual program alone. Run a couple-based program. Even if it's an individual program, let it be within the couple-based program, such that I'm going to support you in your own journey. You're going to support me in my own journey. Even though we are running two different journeys, we know that it's our journey and we support each other. That's how it should be. The Bible says 1 which is 1,000, and then 2 which is 10,000. So there is power in unity. Power in unity. What one person can do when two come together and they're in harmony, in spirit, in mind, in soul, in activity and in actions, oh my, they can achieve a lot. They can achieve a lot.